Hello, collective. Jenna here. Gonna post some cards, see what the energy's going on for this lovely 4th of July weekend for y'all. Hope everybody's doing good. I got a new page set up on Facebook where people can go now to book card readings appointment. Let me say that one more time. Can book card reading appointments. I'm doing a special all 4th of July weekend. Any type of reading is $17.76. And it's 5 yes or no questions for the pendulum for $9.99. Also, I have finally gotten to the point where I have started making some spiritual-based jewelry to sell. Those will be featured on the new Facebook page as well. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below. I'm also going to create a new email because some of you have emailed me in my current email and I had not seen it because I get like a trillion freaking emails a day. So when I get that up and running, I will add that to the community page on my YouTube channel so that y'all can email to book an appointment. Anytime after. Okay, so the sale is going on until Sunday at 8 p.m. July 6th. So I just want to see what the energies are going on for this weekend for everybody. I can't sleep, so that's why I decided to get on and do this for y'all. It's been going on like day 2 or 3 now. Still nursing a very brutally broken heart. Didn't see the breakup coming, but I think inevitably it's what's best for me and my baby daddy because we can't just seem to get along. We try and we try and we try over and over and over to make it work, and then him being the narcissist, me being the empath, it's just not going to work. So just got to get over it, which just really makes me sad. But I figured I would start this session with one of my poems for y'all, because I've also discovered a place where I can publish my book to sell. Currently, the title that I have for it is Raven Light Soul Warrior Poetry, but I'm open to suggestions about changing that title, and I'm hoping to have it fully published and available on an e-Kindle type platform by July 31st, and the books are only going to be $9.99, just flat, no tax or anything on that. So the one poem that I want to share with y'all tonight is Shadow Integration. So I feel like shadow work is very important, vitally important. If for those of you that are on your healing journey, it's important to look at the aspects of yourself that you reject or neglect so that you can heal them, so that you can become a whole person. Anyways, this poem is called Shadow Integration. I'm trying to stay in the light here. It was the integration of the shadow that had to be done in order for this war to be successfully won. That was the key that I'd been missing all along, the most uncomfortable experience, bar none. Some of my most evil inner demons had to be surgically removed, especially the ones that were spawned from enduring trauma and emotional abuse. They influenced behavior that should never have been used. So I raised up my sword and I slayed them all, once I saw the insidious truth of who they are. No more destruction will they be able to cause. After each and every one had taken their last breath, the tiny spark that was left of my soul ignited explosively back to life. I had to kill the strongest of them in order to save my light, to balance out my overall energy inside. I had to take charge over my entire life. I did leave a few of those demons alive. They are caged up in a prison in the blackest part of my mind, only to be used as weapons against any dark force that may arise. All this time I thought I was caught up in the war between good and evil, being used as a pawn. This is not the truth I have discovered. My spiritual gifts were bestowed from both sides. I was born a Scorpio. This is my birthright. I have the ability to channel both sides. To this knowledge I was ignorantly blind. This is why God chose to give me one last try, to prove that it is to His holy will that I will abide. I had to accept and forgive my dark side, yet I am still proud of its existence. It is a reminder that I have what it takes to survive. So yes, I'm open for suggestions. I am a automatic writer, I think is what they call it. Sometimes I just get into the flow and poetry gets put down on the paper. Also would like to, give me a sec here guys. Do a psalm of the day before we do the read. So let's just choose which one God wants us to see. Available. My eyes are weak from crying, Lord. I have prayed to you every day. I have lifted my hands in prayer to you. Disappointment can strike suddenly, and your first reaction may be one of defensiveness. You may feel angry and hurt, however, do not lash out. Your best course of action is always to step away from the situation and ask God to show you what to do. The wonderful thing about God is that He is always accessible and willing to receive you. He will show you what you need to do and comfort your aching heart. Has discouragement assailed you? Are your eyes weak from crying and your tender heart and grieved? God will find a way to encourage you and admonish you not to give up. So turn to Him, because even at this moment, He is listening for your call. So the prayer for today's read is, I know that when I keep my eyes on you, Lord, you will give me the comfort, the strength, and the understanding I need. Thank you for your unfailing love. Amen. Lord God of my salvation, I cry out before you day and night. May my prayer reach your presence. Listen to my cry. Cool. All right, so clear out the energy. Love this bell, by the way. I finally found one. You notice, I don't know if you have noticed, but I'm going to bring it to your awareness, that since the 90s, these are super freaking hard to find. Any bell in any store. They used to be readily available everywhere back in the 90s, right? But not since then. Do you want to take a guess as to why? Because of the frequency they emit. Pushes out negative energy and entities. And Lord knows the powers that be don't want that to happen, right? Alright. So, beginning with my runic / witch symbolism deck. What is the overall energy for the collective right now? And what are the messages that Spirit wants to bring forth for the collective to know? For whoever wants to see it or whoever needs to see it at the time they need to see it. So, see what we got going on here. Okay, so according to my runic / witches symbolism deck, a lot of the collective is under the overall energy of Spirit wanting us to renew, to change, to take new pathways. A lot of us are at the beginning of something new. Spirit says now is the time for us to make good decisions, because the decisions that we make now are going to have lasting impact. Called Moon card. It's going to have lasting consequences and lasting impact on our lives. The transitions from the choices of the changes that we are making right now are going to continue way into the future. So Spirit wants you to make sure that you are making good choices. Says great manifestations are coming. A powerful and unstoppable masculine energy is in play. Much attention is being paid to it. and overwhelming growth is taking place. A lot of you are under divine protection right now as you heal. So, and then the All-Father pops up, the rune of Odin, which is a blank rune, which is the most important rune of all. And it is synonymous with change. So, I guess the overall theme of this reading is going to be making sure that you make the best choices as you transition from the old ways into the new ways. Heal from the old ways. Make good choices as you transition into the new pathways. Cool. So what do the angel deck have for us? What are the advice from my angel deck for the collective right now? What messages does my angel deck have for the collective right now? So you guys got any plans for the 4th weekend? I'm not doing anything. My daughter went up to New York and Ohio on vacation with my mother. So I have the entire house to myself for the next 3 weeks. So I'm not doing nothing. But just be careful out there if you're going to go out and party and celebrate and have fun and do off some fireworks and stuff. Just be careful out there, okay? Alright, so what are these messages that the angels want for the collective to know right now? Breathe through the fear and walk through the fire. Whatever fears you're having, just breathe, because a lot of us are walking out of that fire into a brand new life. Quiet that voice of doubt inside of you. As an energetic being, the regular practice of protection techniques is paramount in maintaining spiritual and physical health and well-being. So a lot of you need to protect your energy right now as you're making the transition from the old life into the new life. You are strong enough to take on life's challenges. Archangel Michael, the great warrior, stands beside you as your protector always. So a lot of us are being protected by the almighty Archangel Michael right now. Transform yourself so that you can become a stronger person. That's the overall theme, right? Transformation and change into a better person. Coming out of that fire of transformation. Rising from the ashes into the phoenix. Seems to be the overall energy for a lot of us. Okay, from there I usually go to my ancestors deck. Where you at? Where you at? Right here, right in front of my face. Hello, if it was a snake. Cool. Alright. So from the ancestors and spirit guides for the collective, what say thee right now about the changes and transitions that a lot of us are making right now? What say thee? Thank you, Spirit, for letting me interpret these messages for those who need to hear it right now. Appreciate it. More. Do by threes. Okay. Archangel Raphael is with a lot of you, helping you to heal your heart and ground. A lot of you are selected to be the soul child of your bloodline. So that's why Archangel Raphael is with you. A lot of you. Yeah. Definitely here this time around so that those of us that refused the call last time will not refuse the call this time. A lot of us refused to get out of the situations that we were in, heal from it, and then move on. So guess what? Spirit says we have to this time because enough is enough of the heartbreak and the bullshit cycles and the crap. So movement towards adventure is the energy that we're under. Movement towards a new adventure of life in life. So that is from our lovely ancestors. What else is there for the collective to know right now? Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors. What else say you all for the collective right now? Work through your feelings. Okay, seems that I'm not the only one that has a hard time dealing with their feelings about the situation that we find ourselves in right now. So we got to work through those feelings as we move forward, because let's face it, they're pretty intense feelings. As you work through the feelings, you have to honor your feelings. Now's not the time to shove these emotions deep inside like some of us like to do. I know that I like to bottle emotions up till they become a freaking problem. So if you're feeling angry, allow yourself to feel angry. Recognize that emotion. Give that emotion space. That's your shadow coming forth. So in order for us to become unfragmented and return to wholeness, we have to face our shadow side. We have to do the shadow work. Part of that is honoring the way that we feel. We have to give our emotions a voice. They have to be heard, or else they're going to be pushed to the back of our subconscious, and they are going to sit there and they are going to fester, and eventually they will start to control your overall actions, your overall life. So shadow work is absolutely imperative to do as you transition from this old into the new. So I also offer shadow work classes and help with that area. I'm quite well versed in that subject. So if you would like to book a session with me, we will work out a payment for that. I don't really have anything set up as far as payment for that. If you can't pay for shadow work classes, I will offer my assistance for 20-minute sessions, let's say once a week, for free for those that are seeking guidance in that area, if you really would like to help with it. So just comment below or get a hold of me and let me know. Know that you have worth. Don't ever doubt that you have worth. Maybe that's what a lot of us have forgotten. So maybe that's why these changes need to be made right now. It's time for a lot of us to clear our minds, to find balance in our lives. So let our fears dissolve away. Don't be afraid of stepping into a better, brighter future. Relax more. Please relax more. A lot of us have been through so much that we're never really given the chance to relax in life. We've always been fighting this battle and fighting that battle and being guarded against this person and having to set firm boundaries against that person. We never really had the opportunity to sit and relax. So now Spirit says the time is right now, to make yourself relax. Release control. Spirit says the time is now to maintain and take control over the areas that you can, and give to Spirit what you cannot control. Release it. Let it go. Because Spirit is your partner, remember. So you do your part, and then you have to release the control to Spirit for Spirit to do its part for you. Think things through. That kind of goes with, make good choices. make the best choices moving forward so that your future is protected. And make time for self-love. So a lot of us, what I suggest right now for a lot of us would be to do what's called a spiritual bath or a spiritual cleansing. So what you're going to do is take a few herbs and spices. At the end of this video, I will list the specific herbs and spices to use and what they're to be used for. You're going to take the herbs and spices and some natural sea salt. You can find that at any store, Walmart, grocery store, whatever. Fill up your bathtub, put it all in, mix it all in, and you're going to light a white candle and a black candle. The white candle is to purify the energy around you in the bathroom, and the black candle is there to absorb any negative energy while you do the spiritual cleansing. So it's kind of like a regular bath, but you're not going to use soap. What you're going to do is after you get all the spices and the salt into the water, you are going to get into the water and you are going to purify yourself with the water. And as you're doing that, you need to imagine, as the water going over you, all the negative energy, all the psychic junk, just washing away off of you, cleansing off of you. You can look up and say, chant prayers of protection while you're doing the cleansing. Prayers for whatever you may need right now to help you with this transitory process that a lot of us are going through right now. And then when you're done with the cleansing, you're going to pull the drain. And as the water, you're going to stay into the tub until all the water drains down and out. And as the water is draining down and out, you need to picture all that negative junk and all that negative energetic junk that was attached to you draining down with the water and out of existence. Then when you're done with that part, you get up and you blow out the candles and you thank Spirit for helping to purify your energy once more. So a lot of us that are light workers, soul warriors, a lot of us that are going through this transitory process right now in the collective are needing to do, what's the word I'm looking for? Periodic spiritual energetic cleansings. A lot of, the negative energy gets attached to us because we're light workers. We're like beacons for negative energy and entities. Just naturally, it's going to attach to our light. So it's kind of imperative that you do the spiritual cleansing. Probably at least, if this is your first time ever doing one, you're going to do it twice a week for the first month. And then once a week. And then once every 2 weeks. And then once a month. And then just keep it as like a regular practice to do once a month. To keep your energy purified. So. Alright. Do I have my book right here? Yes, I do. Alright. We're going to go to the Healing Oracle and do our affirmations for this read. I feel like with this deck, whatever God works with you is speaking directly to you through this deck. Really love the energy off of this deck. So we'll see what affirmations, what the gods have to say at this moment in time for the collective. Faith. I am confident I will achieve my goals. I live in the present and have faith in the future. I firmly believe in the value within the universe. That goes back to the Moonology card of knowing your worth. A new opening. When one door closes, I am confident another will open, and it will be for my betterment. I accept that life brings challenges and acknowledge the opportunity and learning they present to me. Serenity comes from within. I am a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body and every one of my cells generates. I free myself from fear and trust the universe. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. I use my spiritual strengths and knowledge to create light, and I rise above all doubt. I realize my wounds create doubt, resentment, and guilt, so I work to free myself of darkness. I cast off negative thoughts, find peace in my heart, and discover the being of light within me. I am light. I always have hope. No matter the ordeal, I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God, and am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all of my being. So basically, the gods are telling us to maintain our faith. They're bringing in a new opening for us that will give us the vitality we need to elevate ourselves from darkness into freedom. That is the overall message from the Oracle Light deck. Then I'm going to close out the read with one card from my Dreamweavers deck. Now, for those of the tarot reading community and Oracle card community, this deck is always spot on energetically. I've never had a misread with this deck. I highly recommend it. Very awesome deck to work with, and the artwork is really cool. Like, I love the artwork of it. So let's see what the Dreamweavers of the universe have to say about the collective right now. What we got going on? If the wild ones come with sticks. Surrounded by the energy of when the weavers built the sun. So let's go to the book and see what it is. So the overall energy surrounding collective right now is: legend has it that when the Dreamweavers built the sun, they created a huge ball of fire so they could see all the miraculous things they wove into being. They needed light and more life force energy to flood our world so life could grow and flourish. Their big dream didn't exist before they imagined what it could be. They made it up as they went along, with no plans to follow, nor certainty about how to do it. They claimed it energetically and followed the prompts of the conscious universe, their partner. They made an impossible thing real. Right now, you're in a similar place. You have a big dream, but you don't have the how yet. Sometimes you question whether it's even possible and wonder if it's not meant to happen at all. Looking at the chaos in the world, you wonder if it's selfish to feel that you deserve any of your desires. Do not give up on your dreams. Something unique that will serve the greater good wants you to call it to life. You were given this idea as a gift from the divine, and it is your mission to forge a new path to bring it here. If you knew the how of it, it would mean that you're not dreaming big enough. Whatever your dream, we need you to begin now. It's time to act. Hold the vision of success, but not too tight, and lean into this greatness, your greatness. Just think of how many you will touch by this action. Trust that you were made for this step. Trust that you were made for this. Step forward and keep walking one step at a time, and the universe will open the doors one by one. If the wild ones come with sticks. Sometimes we find ourselves behind enemy lines in our own heads. Are you noticing your thoughts being negative and unkind? Do you feel the frustration of not being enough, not being perfect, or getting what you want? You can easily get lost down a rabbit hole of unhappiness, wallowing in negativity and harsh judgment of yourself that then can be projected outward. Could you be comparing yourself to others and feeling resentful? Sometimes that relentless ambition that drives you forward also keeps you overly focused on what you don't have and what isn't here yet, so you feel dissatisfied with what is. This energy manifests inside you and will show up in the outer world as evidence. Give no energy to negativity. It is not your friend. Now is the time to remove yourself from this destructive energy and focus on loving yourself with radical acceptance, understanding, forgiveness, and detachment. You must avoid harsh judgments of others, too, so step away from the gossip. Ignore the drama and nasty comments you see splashed all over social media. Remember that no one and no situation is perfect, so give yourself and others the space and the grace to be human. So if the wild ones come with sticks, let all that negative energy go. Focus on the beautiful aspects of your life. Weave your dream, call upon the magic of your desires, and pay attention to what really matters instead of this distraction. You will be so glad you did. The universe loves you so much, and you're in the right place. Remember, this too shall pass. My grandmother always used to say that to me. I am a survivor of severe emotional abuse within the family. And I was heavily bullied in high school, well, all throughout school, really. And my grandma would always look at me and just know that I was unhappy in the moment, or thinking a certain type of way, or feeling a certain type of way. She was a pretty good reader. And she's always used to say, you know, Jenna, they probably got things going on that are making them be this nasty to you. And just remember, this too shall pass. And she was always right about that. You know, no matter what situation you're facing, it's not going to last forever. So make sure that you make the best possible choices for your life overall, so that you can transition smoothly from the old into the new. You know, you need to protect your future. And what's going on right now, it's not going to last forever. This too shall pass. So, alright, thanks for sticking with the video. Give it a like and share. I would love to pull in more subscribers and really get, you know, more content out there for you guys. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. My TikTok's not really up and running that well, but trying to get myself out there a little bit more. Trying to move past my insecurities, put myself in front of the camera, and utilize my spiritual talents to help you all out there. So, yeah, like I said, the sale 4th of July for readings is $17.76 per reading, or 5 yes or no questions from the pendulum for $9.99 until Sunday at 8 p.m. The links to get in touch with me to book a reading will be in the description box below. Again, if any of you have any suggestions about my poetry book, I would love to hear them. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great night.